rehearsed this song, and Wesley was supposed to do this song today, but Wesley is a little under the weather. He can't get his voice right, but we're gonna attempt to do this song anyway, so y'all pray for us and give us a hand. When your friends speak to you, you turn your head
said one to another, what manner of man is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him? Amen. Just want to talk about what manner of man is this. What manner of man is this? What manner of man is this? This Wednesday, not bothering the thing, because the Lord woke me up this morning and placed this in my heart to ask the question about Jesus, the one that his disciples asked after seeing him rescue them out of imminent danger. For those of us that have heard this before and read it, probably something to you that you say, I don't need to hear this preached again. However, the word of God never gets stale, nor does it get old. Every time I read it, it does something to me. To see that even though there was a commonality with them as men, but because Jesus is a deity, there is a distinct difference. And brothers, with us, those of us that serve Christ, that have a relationship with him, there ought to be something distinctive about you. You've got to understand that at the time that Jesus called these disciples, they had been educated religiously, but had not yet established a proper relationship with their Creator. They knew his name as El, meaning God. Jehovah, which was that sacred name. However, they're experiencing God now in human flesh, as he's now going under the banner of Jesus. And that name means God is salvation. He's offering them something that they had never had. An opportunity to know their Creator on a personal basis. He's going to instill in them supernatural abilities and endow them with the most precious thing that he has, which is his Spirit. And brothers, we ought to be glad today that we're in possession of something that a whole lot of men need but don't have. And that is the Spirit of God. Spirit of God makes a difference in our lives. It causes us to see on the other side of failure still an opportunity to succeed. Where you are right now is not necessarily indicative of your destination. You've got to realize that this is not all that God has for you. He brought you this far, and he can carry you even further. So as I look at these men that were failing fishermen, called from the Sea of Galilee to follow Jesus. And apparently he spoke with such authority. The message he had was so persuasive that they went out of businesses that they had opened and went in business with the Savior. Now in this life, if you're going to follow Jesus, there are some things you've got to leave behind. First of all, your attitude about serving him. If you're going to serve him, you cannot fear an intimate relationship with him, which means allowing God to know you and you actually to know God. To listen to his spirit. God does speak to your conscience and gives you directions and gives you inspiration to make you better than who you are. Matter of fact, when these men first met, they fished all night and caught nothing. But because of their obedience and allowing him to use their vessel, he rewarded them with a boatload of fish, a catch that they had never caught before. From there, he went on to demonstrate other powers that he had. The power to heal the sick, the power to open blinded eyes, to heal with a hand, and to disrupt the hierarchy of Jewish religion, simply by letting them know that God desires to be close to you. And in this life, God is still desiring the same thing. That we live lives that will glorify him as he empowers us to do it. And we see that prior to this storm, these disciples encountered